just to say, just be honest with your intentions. Don't send people off. Tell them what you're about, what you're not about. And again, if you got it, you don't have to lie. You're only a player if you're playing people.
Stop it. Get some help.
If you put your intentions out there and they make the choice, that's what it is. So one of the guys hit it. It's always haterade. There's always some, just jealousy. When they see guys making moves that they can't make, they're too nervous to make, or there's always that part. Anytime somebody's going to spend their time to go out of their way to make videos, to talk about what another man is doing, that lets you know that there's some shade there. The second part, he talked about the likes. I think that's true, but I think it's more of the social media simping.
Boy, there's no real easy way to say this, but look, you're a simp.
It's more of the likes, getting women to like you, getting women to give you attention because you're dogging other men, and it's an easy way to get some simp points for a lot of these dudes, and just kind of join in on that course. And we know that when women hear guys saying stuff that they're saying, they're just going to automatically jump in and ride with them. And I think that's part of it. But I think the other aspect is just ignorance as a man, because they're telling on themselves. You're telling on yourselves that you didn't really have male figures in your life that taught you bro code, that taught you guy code, that you should know better than to be talking about what another man is doing. Now, there's one thing to de-police, there's another thing to maybe de-direct. And so I can see if you're saying, I've been overseas, and for instance, the Philippines, there are some women who are a little bit open, and sometimes they, guys take advantage, and they can kind of leave a bad name for other guys who have good intentions. And so my thing is not to police anybody, but just to say, just be honest with your intentions. Don't send people off. Tell them what you're about, what you're not about. And again, if you got it, you don't have to lie. You're only a player if you're playing people.
Stop it. Get some help.
If you put your intentions out there and they make the choice, that's what it is. So that's the only thing I kind of say to guys, because they're sweet people, they're good people. I don't want it to be where now everybody's got this tainted image when you go there, and they think the guys are just gonna tell them that they're gonna promise them the world, and they're just trying to smash and dash. And so that's fair, that's reasonable, because that's spilling over. But if it's not gonna affect me, man, you do what you do. You move how you move. I might move a different way. And if you want to ask me, we can talk about it, but to just try to tell guys what they should or shouldn't be doing about stuff that these guys have no clue about. That's really the part. You don't even know what you're talking about.
What an idiot. Oh.
Go on, sit down somewhere. I'm done.
Don't make the women the main reason why you go to another country. You get a passport because you want to open your mind and expand it. When you do see poor people in developing countries in third world, it will change your perspective on your living when you go back to the US. It just changes it. Like, my best friend never left the city of Chicago. And one day I said, frick it, we're going to the Philippines. And and he didn't want to do it. I said, I paid for his passport. Okay. And then all of a sudden he's like, I don't have the money to buy the tickets. I'm like, you have the money. I make the same money as you do. So I know you can. And he's like, no, he couldn't make sense of it. And so I'd end up buying his ticket. I said, pay me monthly for the next 10 months. And then when he went to the Philippines, it changed his freaking mind. He comes back with a different drive, wanted to work more, wanted to experience more. And then all of a sudden he started leveling himself up even more to want to work even harder. It's just the craziest thing that when you do this to people, it really helps them. And some people just don't want other men to succeed. We just know that, and it's unfortunate. And sometimes you just have to leave them behind. Because who you are at $100,000 is not going to be the same people when you reach $200,000. You have to get rid of people sometimes, and it just sucks.